for joining me again. My name is Myra. I am coming to you from Southern California here in the Inland Empire, waiting for this storm to hit. It has been raining all day with very little breaks, so I'm thinking this is it. Like, this is our storm, right? Rain for Southern California. This is what they consider a storm. So, well, let me not say anything. It's early. I don't even know what time it is. It's Sunday. It's my weekend off. Usually, I'd be out and about because I try not to stay home on my weekends off. I'm usually at one of the amusement parks or visiting with my friends or up to something. I don't like to stay home on my weekends because I work alternating weekends, and when I do work, I'm sitting here miserable watching everybody else being out there doing stuff, even if it's just going to the drive-in or to the drive-through to pick up lunch. I can't even do that. It sucks. So yeah, whenever I don't work on the weekends, I try not to be home. I try to at least go spend 2-3 hours at Home Goods, Target, something. I need to get out of the house. So this morning I did do a quick run to Best Buy before the rain really started. So I already did my outing for the day, but now for the rest of the day we're stuck in here. My poor babies are going crazy because they like being outside. Well, at least the big one does. And I had to literally lock him in the room, like close my door, because he's getting restless and it's pouring out. I mean, it's not pouring, but I don't want him out in the rain. So yeah, it's been a slow Sunday, and I figured since I started cleaning up a little and moving stuff around, and I figured I might as well show you what's in my side tables. So this table usually sits on my right, where I sit when I work. So this is considered, that's what I consider my living room area. So my RV, originally I had a booth style table and 2 little booths, and then a couch, like the ugliest couch ever. So when I bought it, I was like, yeah, that's gotta go. Like, I'm not gonna leave that in there. That was already my plan. So the first chance I got, I took the couch out, and I had somebody come, and I gave the bench away and the tables to somebody that's gonna refurbish it. And so I made this like my little yarn corner, and my fireplace usually sits up here, but since it's been hot, I switched it out with my little portable air conditioner. And then that little corner was supposed to be like my dining, so it's my little table, and I wanted a convertible chair that can be dining and couch. And since it's only me most of the time, my fiance's in and out because he travels for work. He does have a chair, so that's his chair. And so yeah, I wanted it to be like a couch slash dining chair. And since I started working out of my dining area, now that's my little workstation. Anyway, so this sits by my table when I sit to work. And now that I've been working there, I tend to do a lot of my crafting in my room, like on my bed, just because I want to get away from where I work, where I'm sitting all day long. But like on my days off, I do sit there and I knit or crochet while I watch TV. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I have on my tables, because living in the RV, that's what I was going with. Since I am in the RV, I have to be really creative because I refuse to give up my craft, and I have to get creative on how to store all of my whips, since I am a hoarder of whips. But yeah, this is what I came up with. So I'm gonna show you what I found as a little solution. So it's like multi. In the RV, we do have to, every single thing has to be multi-use. So these are like little side tables that I found, and storage. So it's like a little basket and the table, so the lids come off. And I don't remember if they're supposed to be sturdy enough for you to sit on, but I'm not taking that chance. I'm not sitting on them. They're just my little coffee tables, and I filled them up with all my whips. So I've got a couple of things I want to show that I just grabbed up real quick. Well, first of all, I have to take a sip. With this weather, my throat has been a little, because of, it's hot outside. Right now it's so humid, but going from the air conditioning to going out, my throat's been bugging me a little bit. So I will be drinking a lot today, and it is in my granny's closet. I think this was a coffee jar, and it does come with a metal, but I switched out for the plastic because I don't want you guys to be hearing my clinging of the metal straw. And then I showed you guys my froggy last time, but I was like, oh, I can put him on my desk, and then I just like set him down. I just got this at Home Goods my last trip, and I just threw him in, just like, okay, let me set him down right here for now, and it's perfect. Look, he's like chilling, like if he's in a little bathtub. So it's like a little wood. I thought this was cool. I like little trinkets like that. So he's gonna live there. He picked it, so I thought I would show you guys. It's perfect. So that's where Froggy Leggy's gonna live. And then I cleaned out my car, so I thought I'd bring in my sock, my second sock, and see how it looks with the contrast color. I love it. I have been putting in just 2-3 rows here and there, not much. I do need to work on it a little bit more. So yeah, for my fiance, usually I don't get a whole lot left over. So yeah, I may have like maybe 20 grams left. So that'll be a good mini. And I have that in my Constellation bag. This I did get a couple of years ago. And it's, look, guess from where? Slip Stitch Studios. But yeah, this is one of their older bags. So yeah, I just wanted to show that little whip. And then I did empty out my granny bag. So this is another Crochet Luna bags, because I had that in my car full of stuff. So yeah, I thought I'd bring it down so you guys can see. But I love those things. And then one of my granny's closets bag that I just got. I just thought I'd show you. It's not going to be used for yarn, because I did buy a couple of her bags. So her bags will be used. So this one, I thought I would use it for my baby girl's toys when she comes over. Sorry, I thought all the balls were out. So I'm just like, I have her own toys when she comes and stays and I babysit. She has her own toys here. So I thought I would just throw all her little toys in the little cow bag because she just had a birthday and it was cow themed. Oh, cowgirl, but it was mainly cows. So that's gonna be for my baby girl. That's my niece's daughter, so she's my great niece. That is it for that. So another find that I had at Home Goods that I would show you. So I have a regular head for my hats and stuff, but I found this one. It looks like a skeleton because you know Halloween, but I love skeletons. So, well, I like, okay, let me rephrase that. I like the Day of the Dead skeletons. So, I was like, this is perfect. And then I have another head. So I thought that was cool for my collection of heads. Okay, so the other thing is my basket. This is where I keep all of my stitch markers. So I'm not going to go through each and every 10 because that would be another 2-hour video. So I'm just going to show, like, I have multiple little tins with full of stitch markers. Like, this is one of the things that I collect, stitch markers. So I have that. I have a couple of the Grocery Girl ones. This one I love. I have pure little ring ones, like the ones that I like to use for my socks that don't take up space. Okay, I can't open it, but it's the little tiny ones. And then I've got like these that I got at one of the yarn stores that I went to in Texas. Somebody asked me about that. So like I said, my fiance travels for work, and so one of his headquarters is Texas and the other one is Tennessee. So he goes back and forth from the East Coast to Texas. So whenever he's in either one of those two places and he's gonna have like a weekend off or a couple days off, he'll fly me out and we'll hang out for a weekend here and there, because he does stay out for months at a time. And so of course every time I go to Texas, we try to stay at different places. Mainly he's in Fort Worth, and so we try to go to like the surrounding areas, not always just Fort Worth. So yeah, he'll go to like north, east, west, or whatever, and then we'll look for a yarn store wherever we are. So yeah, the last time though, we were kind of far and he still drove me, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I got these there. I think these were at the McKinley Knittery. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember last time. But yeah, I got those, and I got some of the cork needle stoppers. I've got extra little baggies, a couple of little cards that I've gotten with my packages. If you recognize this, I do keep my cards. I have a couple of like the Stitching the High Notes little pouches, and I do use these for everything. I don't use these just for my crochet and knitting. Notepads, and then I have little tins that I've gotten from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, that's what I have in there in the bottom. Those are just stitch markers. And then in the top, I have my Forky, because he's my favorite. He holds my headphones. I've got some washi tape, chapstick, because I always need chapstick from all the yapping I do. I think these are Yep, they are needles for, what do you call it? For when I'm doing cables, which I haven't done in a while. But I've got all my cable needles, and I got these really cool ones. They're like bamboo. These are super cool. But yeah, that's what I have in that one. Then I have more tins, my scale, because everybody needs a scale. And bookmarkers for when I start my books. And then I have a collection of scissors, big scissors, bigger scissors, a nail file because I hate having broken nails. So I've got more scissors, and I've got all my measuring tapes. I do have a couple of those, my nail clippers. I have a couple of the gauges and some wash, soak, flaggies for when I'm doing my books. And these are more, another measuring tape. Oh, a picture of my Dino. So this was Dino, and he was an older Dino there. Oh, my boy. And some darning needles. Oh, and then I found this Kitchener stitch instructions somewhere. Where did I get this? I got this at one of the On the Lamb yarn store, which that I learned from another one of the Craftsy videos when I was learning how to make socks. One of the ladies was singing the song, so that caught on to me. I don't know what it is with me affiliating a song, but that's how I learned it. So ever since I heard that song, I don't forget it. So that's what I have in that little basket. So this is pretty much all my tools. And this was my Suki Gans when she was a baby. I don't know if you could see that. So that's her. That's my Suki Gans. So her name is Suki. And if you know, you know. She is from the Grocery Girls, because I love Suki. So yeah, that's where her name comes from. That's my Suki Gans. So let me move that out of the way. So this is another find from Home Goods. And I actually went there looking for something like that, because I needed the 2 stories, because I had like baskets and like little baskets and big baskets, and it was just not, it was too much. It was all over the place and I couldn't. So now what's inside my tables, move that out of the way. And I haven't looked in here. This is just a memory thing. I haven't looked in here in a while. And I just shoved this sock in there. So I have a bag with nothing but stickies. And you know what? I'm actually going to throw... Oh, I threw them in the bottom. It's alright. That's usually where I keep my... little flaggies too, like to mark the pages. So that's that. this one, I think I showed this one already. Yeah, this is that cardigan. And then, okay, so this one, I love this bag. I got this one at the festival, the Stitches West. So I'm making the corner to corner blanket from the Cozy Cottage. And I love this so much. This is so fun. But once again, I started working on other stuff and it got forgotten. And then I do have my crochet hook, so sometimes I feel like using the furls, and then if I don't, I have my good old tulip, and I'm using 3.5 millimeters, and I keep those in a bag. Where did I get this one from? If I remember, I'll put the name. But I don't like leaving just throwing my hooks because they get caught on the yarn and it's a big old mess. So I do have a couple that are ready to go. So I think this is one of my Fearless minis as well. I don't remember. I just threw random stuff in here. Just random minis. I've got a couple going. This one's one of the ones that I just put in. And then I have a couple of whole ones. I think these are 10 grams. I think. I'm not sure. But remember last time I said I had a namaste? It's a nostepina. Nostepina. I think that's how you say it. So I did get this on Etsy a while ago. But this is what I use to wind my minis. Just because sometimes I don't want to pull out the whole show just to wind a little mini. So I have been using that. So yeah, this is what the minis look like on the Nostepine. Like, it's not bad. So I like that. I like that. And for some reason, like, I don't know, I feel like when you wind it on the winder, you're just putting the skein on your Swift, and then you attach it to your winder and you're just, you know, cranking it up. So on the Nostepina, I feel like you're connecting more with your yarn because you're, like, I put it on my legs or on, you know, on my bed, and I just spread it out and I'm pulling as I go around. So, you know, and I'm winding it, like I'm touching it more. I don't know, I feel like you connect more with your yarn. You want to get off? That's Suki again. That's my baby girl. Bye, baby girl. What do you need? What do you need? Okay, the next one. I don't know if I went through these before. I don't think I did. Okay, well, this is a bag from the Fat Squirrel. I jumped on this one. It was one of a kind. She hand stitched, like, I don't know if you can see, but she was like hand stitching stuff, and she decided to make a bag out of this one. Yes, please. So this is another mini project, and this one I was full on going at it too. So do I have the project? No, I don't. This is the granny cardigan. I'll look it up. It's by Hannah, the Cozy Cottage. Wow. It's her granny striped cardigan. So this one I did start last year with my minis. These are the Fangirl Fibers Gilmore Girl advent from last year, and I loved it so freaking much that I wanted to start it like immediately. And I think that's when Hannah released her pattern, so I started. But that's what it's gonna look like. And I have been working my stripes. Like when I finish one skein, I jump onto the other one because I want to make sure they're even. So this is what it's gonna look like. Oh, I can't wait for this one. I love these colors. Let me take that off. It's so hot, guys. It's so hot. Like, I don't care what kind of storm this thing is. It's still hot as hell. And this one I have... Okay, I have one little skein attached. Oh, it's stuck, like literally. And I'm using the little sacks from Cottontail. Yeah, Cottontail Farms. I love these little bags too for my minis, because these I just hang on the side of my on the basket, on the metal of the thing. I have them with my little hooks. I hook it on there and it just hangs in there while I'm working. So I've got a couple of mini skeins already wound up. See, and this is another one from with the Nostapine. I mean, it's a little messed up from being in the bag, but that's not bad. So I'm almost done with the Advent. Got 3 more. Well, I think that one. Or no. This one is the last one. 20. This is probably 20. So I've got 21, 22, 23. And I've got some other ones. I think this is part of this. So these were a Valentine. Oh. Suki again went into the garage and the door closed on her. So now she's complaining. Yeah, this was a Valentine mini skein set that I got. I'll look it up. I have a picture of it somewhere. Oh, here's another one. So these are the next ones after I finish that Advent. And I've got one of my Stitching the High Notes little bags with my crochet hooks. So I am using a 4mm, and this is a Addy crochet hook. I don't know if you guys have ever used these. I kind of like it. I really like how smooth the thing is. But yeah, so measuring tape, some stitch markers, and scissors. So yeah, that is my cardigan. Hopefully I can get back to that. But yeah, see this from the little Advent. See number 23. I'll show you the skein, and I left the little cards in here. This is so pretty. And this one's the color People Are Being Particular Stupid Today. Let's see, Fangirl Fibers. And I love this advent calendar. It was so cool. I think she had another one in her shop, but I couldn't. I have to stop. All right, that's that one. And then I have another, I think this is a fat squirrel. Oh, this is actually just yarn, because I use this to make my this is all the yarn that I use to make my lovey. It's a turtle lovey that I made, and it's just random. I made a blanket like a couple of years ago for a friend, and these were all the leftover yarns. So I made her like a granny, like the one that I just made for the baby. That was like all the different squares, like flowers, and by hers I made a little more, like I made one with the butterfly. I made it more 3D. I'll try to insert a picture if I find it. That was like maybe 6-7 years ago that I made that. So this is just yarn. I can take that out, actually. And let's see, I've got just a bag with one skein of yarn. And this is a bag from Cottontail Farms as well. And of course, me and my chickens. Hi, Suki again. So now this bag is from NSP Designs. And she is a podcaster as well. Just right now she hasn't been podcasting because she had a baby. But in here I have last year went to a Halloween party, and it was like a theme, like your family had to go dressed as a theme. So obviously I don't have any kids, and it's just me and my dogs. And my dog, my Canelo, the big one, he was going to be Eeyore. And then I had bought Sukigen's Piglet. So she was going to be Piglet and he was going to be Eeyore. I didn't have the other one yet. So I'm like, okay, well, they have costumes. So I just have to like match their costumes. So I dressed up as Winnie the Pooh. And my idea was, oh, well, I'm going to try to make myself like a little honey pot bag. And of course, I decided to do this like 2 weeks before. Of course, I was not going to finish that. Who was I kidding? But I've got this far. It's supposed to be the bottom of the honey pot. And then I think this is supposed to be raising up already, like to work up. Sure. So now I'm stuck with that. And this is a Seardar. And the shade is number 8. Fun stuff. But yeah, this is 60 acrylic, 40 cotton. I mean, backwards. 60 cotton, 40 acrylic. And it's Aran weight. So yeah, I like this. It's really dense because I'm making it in a really tight gauge, but And then I have this one, which is, I think this is, what's her name? And I was using the Furls 4mm. I think it's a 4mm. Yeah, 4mm. I really like this hook. Like the color, because it's green, of course. That's what's in there. I don't know if I'm gonna finish that. And then I have a bag, one of my Hohi circular needle storage cases in there. And my Hello Kitty, because I love Hello Kitty. There's a pencil on my pens because I collect pens. And then lastly, this thing. This I got from Zulily. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's a website where they have like different brands of stuff. I really like that brand, that Scout. But I saw this bag. It's supposed to be like a toiletry bag. No. This is where I keep all of my knitting needles. So most of them are empty, and I have them like in the storage, my wallets and stuff. But I still have some. Like, I think I have all of my sock needles in here. I'm pretty sure, but they're all still like in the packages, and whether they're empty or not, but I have them all in order. Like, I started off with like 2.25 to the biggest. So on to the second one, and this one is smaller, so I don't know what I have in. That one's been buried behind my table on my desk, so I don't know what I have in here. This is another one of the little bags I got at Stitches West. Oh, this, forgot about this. So I started making a banana hammock. It's not a banana hammock. Well, it is a banana hammock. It's a fruit hammock. So I'm making it as long, like I measured under my cabinets in my kitchen. So hopefully I can hang it with my fruit. I'm trying to use up airspace. So yeah, this is kind of like a scallop or granny, what do you call that, clusters? I don't know. I'll look up the pattern and I'll insert it, because I am using a pattern, and I am using the Kaboo from Lion Brand. Is this? Yeah, Lion Brand. And I was using a 5mm hook, and this is in DK, and it's cotton bamboo. And I don't see a color. Yeah, I don't see a color. Oh, mauve right there. So yeah, that was it's an easy pattern too. I don't know why I didn't finish it. So I got distracted with something else. Okay, so my next one that I have in here. Oh, this one. I think this is another fat squirrel. Yeah, it is another. This was, I think this is one of my first ones that I got. And of course it has to be sweary. This is where I have my pattern folder. And of course it is Friends, because Friends was my first obsession. Friends. Oh, this is from Hohi Locatelli. It's the cloud in the clouds, or something like that. I'll put it in. But yeah, I don't have it marked, so I'm not sure. So this one is supposed to like yeah, that's how it goes. So you attach it's a little tab thingy that'll come out, and it'll keep your thing open, so if you set it down it stays open. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I've had this. I think this I bought the first year that I ever went to Stitches West. So that's the pattern, and I do have chaotic notes that I'm probably the only one that will ever understand. And because of my striping, so I decided I wanted to make something awesome with my skeins that I got from the Grocery Girls, the club that they did with Hugh Loco, the knit two together or something like that. And I wanted it to be like one theme because I wanted to keep them all together. So I decided to stripe up the Like a Cloud. I think that's what it's called, Like a Cloud by Hohi Locatelli. So I started it, and I started striping it. So I'm like stripe block. Is that what it's called? Because I'm not fading it in. I'm just like striping. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Look at my bull. My chicken bowl. So this is the skein that I'm working with now. And they're all freaking awesome. I mean, it's Hugh Loco, so. But this is how much I have so far. And I did mess up. I messed up, and when I realized it, I was so far down and I didn't want to rip it back. I'm pretty sure you can tell, but I'm not going back. Look at this. I think it's so cool. So I don't know if you can. Let me see. Look at the back. Oh. This is so cool. I love it. It's gonna be so weird, and I love it. Because they don't match, they don't coordinate, they don't. I don't care. It's a freaking work of art. Yeah, right here in this one. Oh, Jesus Lord. So in the brown stripe, I don't know if you can see it, I forgot to do the pearls, the pearl row. I don't know if I was watching a show or what. I got distracted and I was just knitting and knitting and knitting. So it's missing the little bumps. Whatever, I don't care. But look at how pretty those colors are. And I'm missing 1 month because I joined too late, and of course, you know, it was a special, so I couldn't just go and buy them. But yeah, so these are the past minis, I think, or I don't know. I have to go back and look at them to see what's what, and I have the rest of them somewhere in a bag. But yeah, so I've been doing like the main skein and then the coordinating meanie that it came with, and then the main skein and then the coordinating meanie. Hopefully I have enough for the sleeves. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I really don't. So when it comes to the sleeves, I have no idea. I'm just gonna try to. So this is telling me how many rows I'm doing in each color, so I'm hoping I can still go based on this to do the sleeves, like this many rows before I jump on the next color. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out once I get to it. But this has been amazing. And every time I look at it, I want to cry because I want to do it. Then I'm too distracted doing other stuff. Alright, that's that one. This one. So this is in a Mrs. Brown's bag. This I do have the pattern. Hopefully it has the name. Yeah. So this one's the Ripple Bralettes. And I'm not making that for myself. And this is ridiculous too. Look at my little bowl. This is from a Yarn Ballet. And I think you can get these on Amazon now. I think I got this at Michael's a couple years ago. So it's pretty much done, guys. The only thing I'm working on is the freaking I-cord. That's what I'm working on. That's what I need to finish. The I-cord. So I'm making this for my niece. And my niece is in her 20s. But she looks like she's 12. Like she's tiny. She's a tiny little girl. So from what I've heard, they say trust the pattern, that it looks little, but that'll block out. So this is how big it is. So like I know she's little, but Jesus, I don't know if that's gonna fit her. I don't know. So I've been like hesitant on finishing it, but this I-cord, I'm sick. Look at that I-cord. I just have to like keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's like 3 or 4 stitches or something. But yeah, that's all I have to do is the stupid I-cord and be done. That's what I have in there. I mean, I could just finish it. I thought about it. I could just finish it, and if it doesn't fit her, I could just give it to a little girl. I don't even know if it'll fit a little girl, but still. Okay, here's another Hohi bag. And it's got a little stain right there, and I'm almost 100% sure it is my dog's licking through the little thing there, and it stains because it's leather, so it stains. Well, I've got my first sock ruler, and that's where I have that's my foot size right there. Like, because I do toe up, so it's my toe, and then that's where I have to stop to put in my heel. So yeah. Ah, it's my trash. I forgot about this one. Bruh. I could be taking this to Disneyland. It's my trash. So trash is Forky, of course, from Toy Story. Oh, I love this one. So I've got another little bag in there from Stitching the High Notes, and this one did come with its own mini, and this is the skein. I don't think you'd be able to see it. I mean, you can't really tell. This is awesome. Look at it. Look at those colors. Oh, I love it. And of course I don't have the tag in there. I try to keep my tags with my yarn. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I keep changing my... Ah! Is this it? See, this is the one for the other sock. This is from Night Owl Fibers. She's the one that I couldn't remember her name. And Gum Would Be Perfection. It's in the wrong bag. And I put a little note on here. So I cast it on with 16 stitches instead of 12, which somebody somewhere said if you have like your toes where because you know your toes are supposed to be like thin, but if you have like wider toes, to start your toe when you do toe up socks with 14 stitches instead of 12. That way, you know, your foot isn't like squished into the toe. So I started doing 14 stitches when I start my toes. So this one is supposed to be for my fiance, so I started with 16 stitches to make it even wider. So I put a little note on there for myself. Ah, I do have the tag. So it's by Hannah Made It. See? And it's trash. So I got her advent calendar. See? I put on there 14 stitches for my setup round. And then I don't know what that is. So I try to keep like post-its to put my notes. See, and I have these everywhere. I have them everywhere, and then when I need one, I can't find them. It's the little fixers, so when you drop stitches. I kind of want to leave this out so I can put it in that sock bag. I'm going to do that right now when I finish recording. So I think I'm going to throw this in my rotation. I'm going to leave this one out. I'm going to switch bags though because this bag is too bulky to be taking it in my backpack. Okay, next. Oh, this is dusty. My poor bags. That's the only thing I don't like, that they're like open. So like, you know, it's an open thing and it's sitting on the floor. So they're all dusty.
Okay, well, this is another Koki bag. And it's got one of her pins. I'm gonna dust it off because this is ridiculous. Got the rag. Look at these things.
There. Much better. So now it's nice and dusted off and it's all shiny. This was her Christmas special bag that she did I don't know, 2 years ago. That's when I was buying all of her bags. then it was like I just had piles of bags empty because I didn't even have that many whips. Okay, this one's another Advent project. And I'll insert the name because I know for a fact this one I have in my knit companion. So this was a learning curve for me. I know it is a pattern by the Bumblebee Acres. And it's like a scarf, but you're adding all the different colors. And it's like diagonal, and oh, that was fun. So I'm doing 2 needles at a time. And I had to make sure I used different needles because I was getting confused and picking up like the wrong needle and starting to knit. I was like, oh, dang it, I got the wrong. So I had to switch needles. So I got a Haya Haya. Haya Haya is this one, and then the Chaugu. So yeah, this is fun. I hate it when this happens. Look, the poor stitch markers get ugly. Why? It was like a shiny one, and now it's all ugly. But yeah, I've got all my little minis ready to go, and these were all wound up in my Nostepine. But yeah, that's another. That one was kind of fun too. So I've got that one. Last one. Oh, this is dirty too. I'll just get this one quick. Wipe down. These are super hard to clean. It's another Hohi bag. Shocker. Oh, I fell out. This is actually the rest of that one little mini that I've got going that I was going to start a cozy. This is that's my lobster, or you're her lobster, or she's your lobster from Sweet Tea. So I think this is like 60 grams, so I could definitely make some shorties because I do want to do those Georgia socks from Tracy. So that is definitely enough. Okay, so this one, oh, we're finally getting some wind from this storm. Finally. It's been so hot, guys. Like, it's been so muggy and nasty. Like, I opened up all my windows, my doors open, and it was so stuffy in here. I had to turn my air conditioner on. I think the chickens know that the storm is coming. But this one, let me see if it has a tag of who it's from. So I'm using a 3.5 tulip. I don't know what this is going to be. This is from, I want to say it's Fangirls Fiber again. I think I'm going to make I think this one is going to be a granny's blanket. A granny stitch. Because I think it is. Because it's kind of long. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be a granny stitch blanket. Like for my bed. Yeah, this is so pretty. Let me see if it says who it's by. Oh, I think they're tied up. They are tied up. Oh, it's from Hannah Made It. I see her full skein. Ooh. I think I got this idea from Chevis to tie them up like that. So let's see. It's from Hannah Made It, and it's from a movie, like her theme. Wish is that one. Let me see if it says it on there. Is this a kissing book? I don't know. I don't remember what movie it's called. Princess something. Here go two that are ready to go. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, and I figured I can use this as like a border, if anything. I mean, I'm gonna need more than these for a freaking blanket, but maybe that can be a border because that's a nice neutral color. So see, I've got some of my advents are in the works. Not as many as I wish, but that's those. So that's 2 advent calendars right there. But that's everything I have in my baskets. But I could have some more in my baskets that I have in my garage. I'm not sure. I haven't gone through stuff in a while, so I don't know. But I'll definitely go through, and I'll make a separate video if I do have more whips in there. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I was just going to show you what I have in my baskets, in my little tables. And that is pretty much it for now. So thank you guys all for watching, and I do always forget to mention that I am a whip hoarder on Instagram and Ravelry. Don't bother looking on Ravelry. I started to post all of my finished objects there for a while, and then I just fell off the face of the earth and I stopped. So I have a couple of stuff in there from like way back in the day, so if you want to go in there and check out what I've made in the past. But maybe I should do that. I'll start little by little posting stuff if I have pictures and linking the patterns and stuff. But yeah, I am whip hoarder there. I am whip hoarder on Instagram. I do have a Facebook that I never use. I have it linked to my Instagram, so whatever I post on Instagram, it'll go over to, but I never go in there. But yeah, that's everywhere that you can find me, pretty much, the social medias. And yeah, hope to see you guys on the next video. And I will be working on preparing for the yarn inventory for the next video. So hope to see you then. Bye.